Alright, I'm going to show you how to make your own vocabulary flashcards on a website called Quizlet. So follow along with me, and when I tell you to click pause. Now, the first step you're going to take is type in www. Go into the URL line and type in www.quizlet.com. Press return. And if something like this pops up, just say always allow. Now you're going to go in, it has three options. You want to sign up with Google, since we all have Google accounts here at Heritage. Alright, now I am in my Quizlet page, and it should get you to a Quizlet page too. If something is happening that's different, raise your hand and I will come and help you. Now the next thing you're going to do is go to Create Set. Always allow again. And then you're going to call your study set Math Vocabulary. And then this is really important. When you go to the language, you want it to be English on both sides. Click pause. I'm going to come around and check and see if everyone's good. So click pause. Alright, looks like everybody has theirs ready to go. So I'm going to read this out loud for you guys. This is kind of an introduction to the unit that we're doing. And then on the bottom are going to be 4 vocabulary words that you guys are going to put into Quizlet. The language of number theory. Prime time addresses the basics of number theory. Factors, multiples, prime and composite numbers, even and odd numbers, square numbers, greatest common factors, and least common multiples. Now, you guys are familiar with a lot of these. Factors and multiples, prime and composite numbers, and we've gone over even and odd, but I think you guys are going to get a little bit better understanding of it after watching this and doing this unit with us. The concepts of factor and multiple are independent. That means that they depend on each other. If A is a factor of B, then B is a multiple of A. That is true all the time. This means that we can find a number C, such as the product of A and C equals B. That is, A times C equals B. From what we see, that factors always come in pairs. For example, we know 3 times 4 is 12. This says that 3 is a factor and that 4 is a factor of 12. The two are factor pair because their product is equal to 12. Here are several statements that describe the relationships in the number fact 3 times 4 equals 12. So if you look here, 3 is a factor of 12. 3 is a divisor of 12. 4 is a factor of 12. 4 is a divisor of 12. 12 is the product of 3 and 4. 12 is a multiple of 3. 12 is a multiple of 4. 12 is divisible by 3. 12 is divisible by 4. Whole numbers, and those are numbers without decimals or fractions after them, can be classified by any type of number of factors they have. For example, even numbers have a factor of 2 and are divisible by 2. Odd numbers do not have a factor of 2 and are not divisible by 2. Prime numbers have exactly 2 factors, one in itself. A composite number is a number that is not prime. So, when we go, click pause to make sure that you have Quizlet. Now open up your Quizlet and show Mr. Warble that you're ready. Alright. Now, I want to put the 4 vocabulary words in bold at the bottom of that sheet into my new study set. So I'm going to start with even numbers, and you can cut and paste if you want. So cut and paste, I'm just going to write it in. Even numbers. And then your vocabulary will be factor of 2 or are divisible by 2. All the time. By 2. Okay? Why don't you take a little time, write that down, click pause. Odd numbers. Let's look at what the definition is. Do not have a factor of 2. Do not have a factor of 2. So all odd numbers till 10 are 1, 3, 5, and 9. Even numbers until 10 are 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Prime numbers, and you guys should know this by now, have exactly 2 factors, one and itself. Composite numbers, something else we've done, a number that is not prime. Click pause, make sure that you write all this down. Double check yours to make sure it looks the same as mine. After you're finished, click save. Now you have a math vocabulary sheet. Now what I want to do, if I want to study flashcards, I click flashcards here. Even numbers.
Even numbers.
I have it read to me. I click flip, and then I can see where this is. So we can practice this and even play games too, and we'll go over that every day in class. Alright, thank you for listening. Now I'm going to walk around and make sure that all your Quizlets are set up correctly.